What is up, guys, and welcome to the first place Predaplant deck profile. Now, this format is not my favorite. I mean, Splight and Terra Elements is in my local area anyway, is kind of like a menace right now, because everyone decided to pick the deck up because they thought, oh, it's a cool deck, and then became, it's just annoying to play, sit through, all the Splight combos and everything like that, and then you just, I wanted something that can combat that effectively. And a lot of people that wanted to play a meta deck that's really good, but you don't see that often, and Predaplant was the choice. Now, this is a little bit more pure Predaplant than with the branded Despia engine. So, but yeah, let's put off the review. Let's just get right into it. So we're going to go through the engines by themselves. Of course, the namesake, we're going to start with the Predaplant engine. Of course, we have, Orpheus Scorpio. This is your main summon, of course, and you mostly search up the, say Cobra. Cobra, of course, fetches off any of your fusion spells, and part of me, I'm not pronouncing any of these Predaplant names, all the ones that are impossible to pronounce, like this guy. He is, honestly, probably the next best Predaplant in the deck. He's insane. And then, of course, we have the new one, Billis, insane as well. And then the two techs that I run, of course, the Penthethys, which is pretty cool because when you inflict battle damage to your opponent, you can target when you face up monster your opponent controls, give it a Predaplant counter, a Predator counter, so it's pretty cool. Then it reduces the level to 1, which kind of fucks up Splight in a sense, so it's pretty cool. And then it becomes a Snatch Steal, so insane. Then, of course, we do have the Hydra. Hydra's the built-in Kaiju for the deck. You contribute any monster on your opponent's side of the field with a Preda counter on it. You can special summon this. So yeah, it's just a good way to out annoying monsters. Of course, we have the new Fusion Boys, say Fusilikia, and of course the Triantis. These guys are insane as well. Of course, being able to fuse from your say Pendulum Zone is kind of broken, but yeah, that's for the say Predaplant monsters on their spells. Next, for the Predaplant spells, of course, we have the newly reprinted Predapractice. This card, honestly, after its reprint, this is like one of the most budget meta decks you can buy right now, because this is probably the most expensive card, I would think, in the deck. So yeah, we do, of course, one Predaprime Fusion. It's a quick play fusion spell built in for the deck that allows you to fuse using monsters your opponent controls with Predaplant counters. So, well, let's say either side of the field. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So it's basically our built-in super poly for the deck. One Predaplast, just a way to distribute the counters to make your opponent have a bad day. And of course, we have the one Predaplanting to round out our Predaplant monsters. Now onto the other fusion engines that we run in this deck. Now, we do still run, like I said, we don't run a massive, say, branded package, but we do run the standard 2 Albaz, 1 Fusion, and 1 Banishment. We do search the Banishment, of course. That's the standard. And then, of course, we have the full-on Albaz and the branded Fusion. This stuff is just too good not to run. So yeah, I mean, of course, if you want to run more of a pure Predaplant version, you can easily cut this out. Or if you really want to get a bigger branded package, you can easily cut the next Fusion engine, which I'll get to right after this. So the next engine is something that I wanted to include because it just gives a good blanket for protection for all your fusion spells and things. We run the triple Meltdown, and of course we run the 1 invocation to search often with the 1 Alistair. Now, if we do open really badly, we can always fall back on the invocation package, because the invocation package is still honestly probably pretty good. It's still pretty good because we can just activate Meltdown, search out Alistair, normal summon Alistair, and then get out invocation to get another fusion spell going if we do not commit to our normal summon during that time. So, this is also a good follow-up combo to go into in case your main combo line has been broken or your branded combo has been gone through. It's just another thing to fall back on into. And plus, Meltdown just gives a good blanket protection over just all your fusion spells. Next, for some utility stuff, we do run, of course, the 1 Lone Fire. Honestly, I love Lone Fire. It's just something, it's a way to get into one of your Predaplants that you don't open, particularly to your Orpheus Scorpio. So yeah, Lone Fire is just an extra every other plant, basically allowing you to get access to anything. We do across the 1 Fertilise. There is a reason why we run it. It's because we do run Titaniclad in the extra deck as well, because it's a way to search out from Titaniclad. The 1 Wolf to bin for the light targets for our Albion, because a brand new fusion sends, and when Wolf gets sent, he can special summon himself, so it's a free way to extend. And of course, we do have the one snow as well to round out our, good stuff monsters. Next, for the final spells of the deck, of course, we still run, of course, 3 Super Poly, probably the most broken card in the deck still. 2 normal Poly, and of course, the 1 Instant Fusion to get access into our Predaplant Fusion instantly. So yeah, that rounds up the main deck. We're going to go into the side deck. For the side deck, we do have a bunch of just generic good stuff, so it's nothing really too crazy, so we're going to blow through it really good. Regeki, honestly, it's the Poor Man Lightning Storm. It's pretty good. Dark Ruler No More is insane. It just tears apart an entire Splight board with 1 card, so honestly, a good way to outsploit. Of course, the Call by the Grave, the 1 Harpy Southern Duster for those back row decks. We do, of course, run the 3D Barrier still because we still have Branded and Despia style decks still running around. And of course, we can still knock some, we can stop them, certain decks going into certain combo pieces. 3 Anti-Spell because Anti-Spell is just utterly broken. And because we are a fusion-based deck, we don't want to debeard ourselves. So we run, of course, the 1 Red Reboot. Now, on to the extra deck. Next, for the extra deck, we, of course, run the 1 Invoked Collegia, because we do run the 1 Invoked. I wanted to have just, honestly, a good blanket negation, so Collegia was the best choice. Obviously, if you don't like Collegia as much, you can obviously put in easily Mecha, but no problem. Now for the branded stuff, we have, of course, 2 Albion only. Most decks run 3, but honestly, during the weekend and during testing leading up to the weekend, 3 never really came up. At maximum, we only went into 2. The 3rd rarely came up, which I think was more enough to cut, and I cut it for a Titanic Lag, because Titanic Lag, even though it's not as popular as it used to be, it's still, honestly, an insanely good card, honestly, so, yes. And, of course, we have the standard stuff. We have, of course, the 1 Searing and the 2, Ice Blade. So yeah, standard branded stuff, nothing too crazy with this. Next, to round out the extra deck, we have all the Predaplant stuff. We have, of course, 1 Chimera Flesia, 1 of the Try Guy is just it's just another negate we can run. Of course, we have, of course, the instant fusion targets, the 2 Abomolides, yep, of course, another easy name, Dragostapelia. Of course, this is the main guy you want to summon all the time. He's just the best card in the extra deck, in my opinion. And of course, we have our instant fusion targets, 1 Supreme Venom Fusion Dragon. Of course, we run his upgraded version, the Predaplant Venom Fusion. So yeah, that is it for the Predaplant deck. Honestly, Predaplant, if you are looking to get a decent, very competitive meta deck that can compete and stay up in this format, honestly, I would suggest Predaplant, because it is one of those low-key decks that can just come out on top very easily. And it's obviously a fusion deck, so it has, of course, the D-Barrier Crutch that it has to look out for, but honestly, still a great deck overall. I'm happy with it. I love it. It's become one of my new, recently favorite decks to play, especially in this format, because it just has really good matchups with everything that's going on. Of course, you always have those bad matches, but, in general sense, it's good. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe like always. And until my next video, stay safe and stay healthy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.